All right, Hawks back on the attack here in the second period. Here they go. Butler gaining that red line pretty easily. She'll float it in. Hawks are offsides. So we'll reset here. Hawks with some good pressure here. Callahan surveys, spinning around. Callahan wheeling through traffic, gets it knocked off her stick. Here comes Wilmar. Good back check there. Knee neighbor up to Lundquist. Lundquist trying to hit Callahan. Harder was kind of sitting on the back door there. Harder's just going to get it deep. Good fundamental there. Hawks change. Hawks trying to recover here. They're offsides. We'll have a face-off out of the zone. Puck comes in deep. Omen circles around that. Looks up the ice. Flips it up to Sturgis. Sturgis trying to hit it up to Kohler. Kohler spins her, or that was Sturgis spinning her tires a little bit. She hit the deck. Wilmar looking to possess it to get it out. They do. Bodie puts up a little bit of a fight there against the blue on the blue line. Puck's going to come through. Icing waved off. Kohler working behind the net, working it. Kohler leaves it for Harmer. Harmer has it knocked off her stick. Omen deciding to kind of hang back. Sturgis still on the attack. Sturgis, puck comes loose into the crease. And if it gets down there, icing's going to be waved off. It's not going to get there. Omen collects the puck. Looks off the boards up to Harmer. Harmer can't control that one. Puck's going to come across. Omen first there. Pokes that one away. Omen working it behind the net. Omen breaks on. Tried to hit Butler. Couldn't. Puck comes back in. Puck's loose up in front of Cavell. She makes that save. Hoffman pushed it up for Butler, a little bit too far out the outstretched of Butler's stick. Got some music playing. I don't know what's out of control. Parents on the Whitehawks side playing some music during the game. I'm just kidding. They're not out of control. Butler flips it back to Caitlin Johnson. Not enough space there to get anything going. Wilmar flips it in. 14 minutes here left in the second. Puck comes back up to the top. Hawks intercept that one. Emma Butler. We got a 3-on-1 working it up. Slows down Caitlin Johnson, pushing it in. Caitlin Johnson fires it. Hits a shin of Wilmar. Puck's loose in front. Butler trying to hit it up to her sister, but can't quite get it. Fighting through some Wilmar players there in the corner. Butler. Johnson digging it out of there. Johnson throws it back to Butler. Butler, go, hit the circle, take a shot. Butler fires one in, hits a player out front. Harder out there now, up to Butler. Butler, over to Harder. Harder, back to Butler. Butler fires one in, deflected off the inside of the post. There was a bouncing puck through the crease. Butler into the boards hard. Callahan trying to keep it in. Omen working it up. Omen makes another move. Omen diving in. Omen trying to drive through traffic there. Got caught up. Omen pushing it back around. Gets tied up. Throws it into the corner to Harder. Harder peeling it against the boards as well. Harder up to Omen. Omen back to Harder. Harder surveys back to Omen. Omen pushes it in. Omen working behind the boards. Omen still with the puck. Omen up to Harder. Harder fires that one in. Hits a player out front. Good possession here by the Hawks. Omen can't hold the line. Trying to push it back in. They do. Hawks go on the attack again. Wilmar just trying to survive here. Get it out of their zone. Callahan on the attack already there right off the bench. Here comes Wilmar. They're pushing it up. Bodie trying to take an angle there. Puck goes bouncing up behind the net. Omen, Callahan battling behind the net. Callahan able to come out with it. Callahan up to Lundqvist. Lundqvist had to go off her stick, and Wilmar able to secure possession of it. Bodie's got to stay on her. Bodie gives her to the back of the net. Callahan spins around. Wilmar with some possession. Puck's loose. Cavell gobbles that one up. 11:48 here left in the second. Some pressure there from Wilmar. Hawks were out there. Extended shift there. Kohler pushing it up. Kohler with some speed. Up to Harmer. Harmer gets bottled up, but Kohler and Harmer here battling in front of it. Wilmar able to peel that one away. Butler crashes down hard. Lundqvist. Or that's Sturgis. Not bad. Ooh, Harmer. She's okay there. And a penalty coming up on Wilmar for a cross-check or an interference. I think maybe from the goalie. Or nope. Looks like they're taking 15 to the box from Wilmar. Callahan working the power play with Harder. Lundqvist Butler. Up to Butler. Over to Omen. Omen has to go off her stick. Omen controls. Back to Butler. See if the Hawks can drive it in. Callahan over to Omen. Omen shot. Save Wilmar. Good look, Omen. Didn't quite hold. Omen looked for a little bit of a rebound there. Lizzie can't hold the puck. Puck's going to come down. Butler working it up. Butler with a lane. Up to Callahan. Callahan pushing it in. Callahan stops on the blue line. Lets her teammates fall in. Callahan. Omen's pretty deep. Omen looking on the backside. Omen over to Butler. Over to Callahan. Callahan. Omen's trying to cut back. Looking for some lanes behind. 1 minute here left on this power play. Harder. Trying to find Omen's stick. Bouncing puck. Can't control it. Butler over to Callahan. Callahan looking over to Omen. That gets kicked through Omen. Larry's yelling again. Here comes Callahan over to Omen. Omen on that backside looking for a rebound there. And the Wilmar goalie gobbles that up. 33 seconds left here. Larry will leave him out. Harder secures it behind the net. Harder holds it. Over to Omen. Back to Butler. Callahan surveys. Callahan. Omen cutting on the backside, trying to get some space. Back to Omen. Omen back to Callahan. Omen crashes the net. Here comes a shot. Deflected. Another shot. Deflected again. Lundqvist. Butler. There's a shot out front, hits a player. Puck's loose. Gets kicked in Gisella's skates. Puck's going to come out. Hawks trying to dig this one out of there. Couple shots in that power play. Neighbor trying to hold it. Bodie surveys. She floats it up to Hoffman. Hoffman gets it knocked off her skate. It's a shot by Bodie out front. Puck's bouncing. That gets slipped through the crease there. Butler trying to control it, can't. Get tied up. Bodie now. Bodie surveying. She floats it up to Butler. Butler trying to get it deep. Here comes Johnson. She works it in. Johnson shot deflected out front. Wilmar working it in. Wilmar. Good sticks there by the Hawks. We just got to get it deep here and go for a change. Sturgis dumps it in. We'll change a few. Good shift by that crew. No penalty there. Wilmar player went down. Harmer on it. Bouncing puck from Kohler. Kohler tried to take a whack at it. Harmer with the backhand. Make a save. Puck comes into the corner. Sturgis on it. Kohler. Harmer hits the deck for some reason. Harmer gets back up. trying to get a shot off. That gets eaten up by Wilmar. Sturgis shoots. Save out front. Kohler and a Wilmar player do some stick jousting. Pressure continues for the Hawks. Kohler with a shot that hits a skate or a shin. Bodie up on top here, waiting for an opportunity. Sturgis pushing it in, tries to hit Kohler. Kohler gets spun around a little bit. Kohler to Harmer. Harmer spinning her tires. Kohler up to Bodie. Bodie flips it back into Kohler. Kohler hits Omen on the backside. Omen's going to rip one in there. Omen, shot, save. Good shot there. Sturgis finds Kohler on the backside. Sturgis circling around, back to Harmer. Harmer into Kohler. Kohler backhands one. That gets deflected out. Harmer gets spun around, loses the puck. Omen working the puck along the boards. Omen walls the player off there, takes control of the puck as Wilmar comes in. Here comes Omen up the ice. Omen working it up with some speed. Omen into the zone. Omen gets the brakes on, floats it back in to Kohler. Butler working it in. Omen in a good spot to defend with Callahan. Callahan. Nice pass, nice outlet. Here comes Callahan. Callahan goes off the boards, 2-on-1 with Harder. Harder's on the backside. Harder fires that one in. Oh! Harder backs out of the net. Good sequence there by the Hawks. Back to Nienaber. Nienaber over to Harder. Harder back up to Nienaber. Nienaber to Callahan. Callahan working it in. Callahan spins around. Callahan working through traffic. Callahan leaves it for Butler. Butler over to Callahan. Callahan's got some space. She'll fire. Maybe not. Back to Butler. Oh! Little give and go tic-tac happened there with Hawks. A lot of space. Hawks finding some space on these possessions. A little bit more than the first. Callahan now with the puck. She might need a shift change. She's been out there for a little while. Lundqvist fires one in. Puck's loose. No one on the other side. Nienaber trying to control it. Nienaber twisted up from behind. Puck comes into the neutral, through neutral zone into the Hawks zone. Harder had to go through her skate, trying to hit Johnson. Can't. Here comes Wilmar. Hawks reaching a bit here. Centering. Nothing happening there. Here comes Harder. She gets the puck knocked off her stick. Going the wrong way, and Cavell is going to pounce on that with 4:20 here left in the second. Shots 25-6. Not a lot of stoppages. It's been a pretty quick period. Hawks trying to peg one here in the second period. Some space between them and Wilmar. Hawks work it through. There's a shot that goes wide, kind of a pass shot. Butler picks that up. Back to Bodie. Bodie can't handle that one. She flips it back in deep, though. Butler gets it. There's a shot. Scores! Butler puts that one on net. Emma Butler finding the net there, and they score. Hawks go up 3-1. Let's put the shots on net. Good things happen. Johnson taking this face off. Emma Butler on that goal. Bodie on the assist. Sturgis trying to peel it out of there. Can't. Sturgis still working it up. Sturgis. Puck's going to stay in there. Neighbor throws it behind to Butler. Butler. Nice pass up to Harmer. Here comes Harmer up the ice. Harmer. She dumps it in. She's got speed. She wheels in the zone. It's knocked off the puck. Leaves it for Sturgis. Sturgis throws it to Neighbor. Neighbor working it in. Neighbor centers it. They score. Nice play by Neighbor, working it in deep. They score. Hawks go up 4-1. Good possession there by Neighbor and Kohler. Breland Kohler on the goal. Bodie wheeling it in. Puck comes up. Kohler up to Omen. Omen working it in. Omen spins around. Omen, good D along the wards there after Hawks are able to secure it. Again here. Here comes Harmer. Harmer working it up. Gets it knocked off her stick. Here comes Bodie. Kohler working it through. Wilmar players run into each other. And they'll just secure it. Two Wilmar players ran into each other mid-ice. Ooh, Wilmar covering that one up again. So 1:28 here left in the second period. Hawks now with 28 shots. Wilmar with 7. There's a shot saved. Harder putting some pressure on. 1:08 here left. One minute here. Hawks up 4-1. We'll be flipping over here in the third here in 40 seconds. Hoffman behind on the wall here. Puck's going to come out, up and out of the zone. Hawks trying to control. They do. Allie Butler looking for some space, looking for some peeps up the ice. That'll be a nice. Tried to hit her friend there. Her friend being her sister. Johnson taking this face off. Caitlin Johnson. Omen secures the puck, throws it along the boards. Five seconds left. Owen puts the brakes on, just kind of holds it. That'll wrap up the second. Hawks got that 4-1 lead. We'll be back for the third. All right, Hawks are back on the ice here. Callahan gets started here. Callahan gets hit off the puck on the blue line. Wilmar able to just dump it in, and they'll change a few. Butler has it stopped behind the net. It's like it just got caught up, and here comes Callahan. Callahan at the end of her shift, working it up. Callahan. Pad save there by the Wilmar goalie. Callahan at the end of her shift. Maybe not. I lost track of that. Wilmar pushing the puck up the ice. Omen in good D position. Omen spins back around, walls the player off. Callahan trying to work it up. Callahan and Omen going up. Callahan tried to hit Omen. She'll circle back around. Omen with some speed. Omen working the puck up. Omen getting in deep. Omen. She'll fire one in. Scores! Omen short side circle when a glove hand upper shelf goal. Omen working the puck up with some speed and finds the back of the net. Good shot. Wilmar goes down 4 with the Hawks going up 5-1. Sturgis diving in right away. She gets taken down, no call. Sturgis gets tackled like Mahomes hopefully does tomorrow. Gets sacked. Maybe fumbles the ball. Hurts a pinky and can't play anymore, but that's tomorrow. Sturgis getting taken down today, but no call. Kohler on it. Bodie. Omen unassisted on that. Kohler getting banged in the wall there. Sturgis dumps it back into Kohler. And the Wilmar goalie will suck that one up. Stop play. Hawks will change the forwards and the D. So slow change there by both sides, deciding what to do, kind of in between. Caitlin Johnson taking this face off. Wilmar bringing it in. Good stick there that was Butler, deflecting that pass as it went into the middle. Stops a little bit of that momentum. So 14:33 here left in the third. Hawks with that 5-1 lead. Face off. Hawks grind it out. Butler carries the puck behind the net up to Hoffman. Hoffman looking up to Johnson. Johnson went off her skates and off her stick, but she still finds it. Rolling into the zone, drops it back for Hoffman, back to Johnson. Shoot that. Wilmar saves that. Johnson centered again. Butler. Whistle blown. Nets off. So we'll have a reset here with this very intimidating ref in his beard. Zooming in on the refs. They're, you want to go to Chipotle or Jimmy John's or... Oh, what are they calling? Oh, nothing. I like zooming in on that ref with the beard because he frosted his beard during Christmas. He was like Santa Claus ref. But 14:07 here left in the third. Hawks with that 5-1 lead. Harder working hard in the corner. Callahan spins back around, puck on stick, making people miss. Harder dives back into the corner, throws it to Lundqvist. Lundqvist spins back around. Lundqvist leaves it for Callahan. Callahan making people miss in the corner. Callahan up to Butler. Butler's got to get off her stick quick as Wilmar collapses down. A little bit of hesitation by Butler allowed Wilmar to close the gap there and turn the puck over. Nienaber working behind the corner, or behind the net. Or Butler recovers that. Nice pass up to Harder. Harder up the ice. Leaves it for Callahan. Callahan tries to get it to Harder. Harder centers it. Wilmar with a good save. Oh, the puck went in. Goal waved off. Santa Claus ref waving that one off. Oh, he's not Santa Claus anymore, but the bearded ref waving that one off. He could work at a brewery probably. He's kind of more of a dangerous man. Customer probably when it was open. Face off. Hawks can't. Let's see. They do control it. Sturgis looks over to drop pass for Bodie. Omen closing in on the backside. Harmer digging on the backside as well. Omen in front. Omen's going to pinch down and stay active. Puck gets bottled up. Harmer up on top, or Kohler on top, covering the D. She goes down. Kohler. Omen retreats. Bodie's going to try to get that stick on it. She does. Hawks able to reset. Kohler looks over to Omen. Omen can't handle that pass. It's a weird bounce. Omen spins back around. She sees some space. Up to Sturgis. Sturgis tries to hit Kohler coming through. Kohler chips it. Oh, puck came bouncing out. Omen spun around. Gets caught up by the ref. Puck's going to come in. Bodie in good position. Hawks able to recover. Kohler now. I'm sorry, that's Harmer. I get those two mixed up. Harmer speeding up the ice. She throws that one in behind the net. Sturgis activates. Here comes Butler and Nienaber after that D change. Butler working it in. Butler. Nienaber. Nienaber in deep. Butler retrieves that. She'll spin around to the neutral zone. Hawks with some good zone pressure on Wilmar. Caitlin Johnson behind the net. Nienaber elects to stay back. Here comes Wilmar. Nienaber, good defensive position. There's a shot that hits her skate. Gets deflected out. Good job by Hoffman to get that out of there. Johnson working it behind the net. She gets bottled up. Emma Butler off the board. She's got a goal today. Here comes Johnson. Johnson working it up. Hawks into the corner with it. That's Johnson still working out. Omen's in the slot here. Omen working it up. Omen leaves it back for Hoffman. Puck stops behind the net. Here comes Wilmar. Good job by Johnson, just getting in her way there. She dumps it in. Good play. She goes for a change. Good subtle, heady play there. Good stick by Callahan. Hawks trying to keep it in. Puck's going to come out. They'll go on the attack again. 10-14 here left in the third. Hawks got to just remain good with their spacing. Omen's going to fire one in. Omen, chest shot there. .10:03 here left in the third. Hawks still grinding. They don't play for another few, like 4 or 5 days. I think next Friday they play, so they're going to have a hard week of practice, and then a game against Hutchinson, which will be their last game of the year. Omen able to keep that in. She pushes it to Callahan. Callahan tries to center to Lundqvist. Lundqvist back to Harder. Harder to Callahan. Callahan tries to center it, had her stick hit as she was trying to do that. Omen able to bounce it back into the corner to Harder. Callahan's going to pick that thing up off the wall. Callahan. Harder. Callahan. Omen's going to have to retreat here. And they hit it out of play. So Hawks have that puck go up and out of play. Face-off will be in zone. Wilmar hit that one.
Hey, bud, the puck went underneath there, underneath the tarp. Hey, right in here, go underneath the tarp. Yeah, back, yeah, go lift it up once. Hey.
Hawks continue to battle. Pass across the ice here. Hawks retreat. Butler does a good job spinning back out nice off the wall pass to Sturgis. Sturgis trying to move it forward. Butler aggressively into the neutral zone here. Pushing, shoving the Wilmar player against the wall. Kohler tries to hit Harmer on the back door. Good pass. Here comes Harmer. Harmer. Ooh, gets taken down. And the Santa Claus ref goes down too. Hopefully Santa Claus ref and Harmer are okay. They got to know each other. Puck goes into the netting. Not a play. Here you go, ref. That face-off should have been in zone. I don't know why it's coming out, but 8:31 here left in the third. Puck comes in. Good job by Kohler pushing it in. Wilmar, though, controls it. Omen's going to pull it back. Omen, she's up to Sturgis. Sturgis centers it. Harmer on her stick. There goes flying past Kohler's helmet. Sturgis on it. Omen working up the boards. Omen's going to retreat. No icing. Oh, yep, there's icing. 8:07 here left in the third. Hawks will change, looks like. The forwards. Bodie, Omen here out on D. Hoffman, Butler, and Johnson here on the front. See if Johnson can win a faceoff. Nice, she does. Omen pulls that down. Omen hits the deck. Gets back up, though. Still with the puck. Omen fighting through traffic there. Gets taken down. Butler. Butler wheels in. She fires one in. Hits the skates of Johnson. Hoffman working behind the boards. Johnson getting in the way. Hoffman grinding behind the net. Wilmar spinning a bit. Ooh. Puck still in zone. Hoffman and Butler just being pests. Omen's going to push up. Stick goes flying. Omen getting the stick in the way of this one. Here comes number 10 for Wilmar. She shoots. Saves on by Covell with that one. 7:23 here left in the third. Hawks just pestering Wilmar here, trying to get out of the zone on that last shift. So looked frustrating for Wilmar. There's a shot. Kick save. Rebound out front. Here comes Butler. Butler working it up the ice. Butler gets walled off. Good play by Wilmar, but Butler still pushing it up. Hawks got to get back. They're pretty deep. Callahan able to spin that thing back around. Lundqvist. Callahan with some nifty skating behind the net. Ooh, a little bit of give and go between Lundqvist. Callahan couldn't connect on that one. Butler. Leaving it for Nienaber. Nienaber back to Callahan. She couldn't handle that one. Lundqvist puts the brakes on. Lundqvist to Callahan. Callahan looking for a shot. Save Wilmar. Harder into the wall. Lundqvist loses her stick, regains it. Lundqvist back to Harder. Puck comes through the crease. No business there. Here comes Wilmar just trying to get to that red line, dump it in. They'll go for a change. Nienaber trying to hit Lundqvist. That gets intercepted at the blue line. What a stick. It's a stick. Deflection. Oh, there's a penalty coming up. I think that's going to be on the Hawks. Either Nienaber or Callahan will go take a timeout. Looks like Nienaber. And guess what? Her mom and her mom's working the box, so they get to reunite. We'll zoom in on them. That's got. There you go. Yep. Here comes Kohler, shorthanded. Kohler makes a miss. Kohler, oh, has it go off her stick. Hawks retreat mode here. Omen, good stick as they enter the zone. They're offsides. Offsides by a few days there. Good play by Marion on the blue line. Hawks trying to escape there, but he's waiting for that whistle. 5:32 here left in the third. Harmer taking this face off. Kohler gave it a whack. She thought she broke her stick. Hopefully she didn't. Omen bottles the play up along the boards. She's going to get to the puck first, but falls down as she went into the boards. She gets back up. Omen's going to attack that. Stay on the puck. Bottle her up. Omen on it. Omen pushes it back. Back and forth behind the net it goes. Kohler on it. Kohler, good body positioning on that. Walls her off. Oh, Kohler. I don't think that was a penalty. They just, oh, there's a shot. Wilmar hit back. Cross-check being called on Wilmar. So, Wilmar parents not liking that one. It looked a little bit like a penalty could have been called on the Whitehawks because the Wilmar player went into the bench and kind of leaned over the wall. And then shortly after that, Wilmar cross-checked out of frustration. I couldn't see who that was. So the board is lighting up, but the penalty is actually on the wrong side right now. So we've got some work to do at the clock. They erred on the side of Wilmar here. So Wilmar's got an extra penalty. The Whitehawks have an extra penalty up right now. So Nienaber is in the box for another minute. You can see here it's very sparkly, the penalty on the board here. So the scorekeeper trying to clean up the board, and this one's a bit of a mystery. So what they'll probably have to do is just write down some things here and maybe go to pen and paper, and they can't take off that penalty, I don't think. So they'll just have to monitor the situation. So we'll dial it back in here. Ref's got to want to get out of here and get to happy hour. Puck drops. Harder taking that face off. So it's going to be 4-on-4 for a minute. And then Hawks will have a power play for a minute. Shoot that Harder. She shoots. Save Wilmar. Gisela taking a shot right out front. Hit the goalie in the gut. Harder taking this face off. Again, 4-on-4 for a minute, and then Hawks will be on the power play for a minute. See if the Hawks can dial anything up fun here. Hawks got to retreat. They get around Callahan. Callahan gets twisted up harder. Wilmar fans yelling for a hook. Here comes Butler. Wilmar controls that through the zone. Callahan. It's interesting to see what Larry does coming out of the power play here. Callahan pushes down the Wilmar player. No call. Here comes Callahan. She's got some speed. Working it up. Callahan working the space. Omen out of the box, or off the bench, I should say. Butler surveys. Over to Omen. Omen. Over to Butler. Butler hits harder. Butler surveys. Over to Callahan. Callahan with some momentum in. Decided not to pull the trigger. Callahan leaves it for Butler. We need some shots here. Callahan with the quick wrister. Save Wilmar. 30 seconds left on this power play. Shots now 40 for the Hawks, 10 for Wilmar. Face off into the corner. Hawks trying to hold this here and create a power play opportunity for themselves. Callahan surveys. Leaves it for Butler. Butler over to Omen. Omen. We got to shoot that. We need some shots here. Callahan fires it across to Omen, just under her stick. Omen puts the brakes on. Omen up the boards to Lundqvist. Lundqvist back to Omen. Omen can't handle the rolling puck. Puck comes out. Hawks with 2 seconds left. Go, dive into the zone. Callahan drags, fires one in. Posts, pipe, out of play. Callahan created a great shot opportunity there with 5-on-5. The Hawks got to be a little bit more aggressive in shooting here when they're on the power play. Don't have to have a perfect shot. Just a shot on net. Look for a rebound. Johnson taking this face off. She wins that. Leaves it for Omen. Omen dives into the zone. Omen centers one through the crease. Bodie on the backside. She dives in. Johnson sprints to the puck aggressively. Butler. That's Hoffman. Glove save Wilmar. Good sequence there for the Hawks. I like what they're doing off the face-offs. You can see a face-off win. Butler threw it to Omen. Omen dove into the zone, threw a streaking pass into the crease, looking for a tip. So let's see if Johnson wins. Johnson wins that face-off. Good job, Bodie. Bodie hits a shin out front. Hawks retrieve back. Hawks, good job retreating. There's a shot. Save Cavell. .212 left here in the third. Face-off win Wilmar. There's a shot, Cavell. Ooh, a little pushing, a little shoving. Kohler hits the deck. That's why they have pads on. Here comes the Hawks through the zone here. They get bottled up. Wilmar still attacking. Nice play by Butler. Butler just playing hard still there. Oh. Sturgis, it's tied up there. Sturgis. Kohler. Wilmar fans wanting a hook. There's a hook. Kohler diving in. Kohler. Bouncing puck. Shot. Harmer battling. Another pile up. Whoa, Kohler. Little physical play. Wilmar parents. A little chippy there. 134 here left in the third. Shots now 42-12. Hawks playing pretty good sound hockey today. Gave up that first goal, but have recovered well. Callahan trying to drag around traffic, can't. Harder, puts the brakes on. Harder drops it in. Callahan gets a stick on it. Callahan working it up. Callahan working it through. Walls the player off. Nice pass back to Butler. She can't control that. Callahan back to the D. Callahan backs off. Callahan, good play up the boards. Butler throws it back to her D partner, Nienaber. Nienaber up the ice to Lundqvist. She can't handle that. Butler takes that one away. Butler up to Lundqvist. Up to Callahan. Callahan leaves it for Harder. Harder. She fires one in. Shot. Save Wilmar. Omen coming down through the slot area. 30 seconds left. Callahan stick. Callahan. Moment. There's Bodie. She shoots one in. Save out front. Hawks still trying to hammer. Callahan. Can't handle that one. Here comes Wilmar backing off. Omen backing off. There's a shot. That goes wide. Bodie will just kind of suck this thing up. Oh, she actually passes up to Harder. 10 seconds left here. That'll wrap this one up. Hawks with a good, solid outing here today. Wilmar with 12 shots. Hawks 44. That'll wrap it up. We'll keep the video going here for a little bit. Next game is next Friday against Hutchinson, I believe. Well, and then it's into the playoffs. We'll see you then.